Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Aether Iron. We're going to go straight over to Central Park. We're going to meet up with Nellie, have a chat with Annie, who has surrendered herself as of the last episode, and see if we can't fix this gravity well issue. Save the world, huh? Well, this part of it anyway.
Central Park is all but abandoned. What once was teeming with families, couples, and street vendors is now eerily quiet. Monstrous black clouds roll over the island, tinged with red, like a storm in the depths of hell. This close to the well, there is nothing to take our attention from the hungry vortex swirling just off the island's edge. The cold silence is punctuated by irregular crashes of lightning and thunder. Gardner, Nellie, and the rest of the underground arrive just before Annie is brought out by her own people. Though she is not restrained, the firebrand's flame has now been quenched, her eyes downcast.
Forsaken. We have been forsaken. All is lost.
Nellie is wringing her hands. She looks at me with pleading eyes. I get the message. We need to move while we still have time. Enough gawking, people. We have work to do. Aided by several of the underground, the truck carrying Daisy is guided to its ideal spot. Nellie busies herself ensuring that every connection and weld is sound, with an unusually antsy Gardner looking on.
B2 to D6, A7 to... There. Now the other side. Can you believe it's really happening? I spent ages planning and designing and building, but it never felt so real until now.
I'm still expecting a heel turn from Gardner, I must admit. We'll see if it happens.
Feels like it's been years since we met, huh? A wet behind-the-ears kid full of crazy talk. Tonight's your big night, Nellie.
So sorry that it ended up this way, Pastor Annie. But you're not the only one who lost something precious today. I'm not any happier to be here than you are.
I'm not one of your revolutionaries, Mr. Diamond. I am here as I was bidden, no less, no more.
I can see that losing your people's faith hasn't cut yours down to size. Fine. You don't want to be friends? I don't either. But we're both fighting for our people's survival. We can help each other.
Apollo produces a burlap bundle and unties it, revealing Annie's axe. He offers it to her casually. Annie reaches out and takes hold. Her mouth is twisted in a scowl, but she's controlling her instinct to lash out.
I agree to lend my aid to your enterprise.
Or now.
Apollo.
The old man would have chosen to see her good intentions. I'm trying things his way.
Final checks are complete. Daisy, Alistair, and I are ready to go. Just let me know when you're ready to proceed.
Let's have a look around. What we got? Oh, it's... Ooh, okay, there's a lot of stuff. Well, goes round a long way at least. Let's move around.
Apollo is burning so much energy pacing back and forth, I could wire him to a generator and power 1,000 light bulbs. I stifle a sudden mad urge to laugh. The moment passes, the second he swipes his sleeve at his eyes. It isn't in Apollo's makeup to look worn in front of the troops, but I can tell he's hurting. Hiya, Hollywood. Hey, I'm no mind reader. Penny for your thoughts?
Keep your penny. How do you think I feel? I feel hollowed out, beaten, broken, tired. I miss the old man. He should be here instead of me.
It's hard to believe he's gone.
Sometimes he made me so mad I wanted to hit him. Sometimes I wanted to walk out on the whole thing because I felt like he was too weak, too cowardly for what we were trying to do. Now that he's gone, maybe I'm the one who's the coward, afraid to keep going without him. He was a rock. He took everything life threw at him, and he was still there, still working, still there to listen, to care.
Apollo looks out over the horizon and rubs the back of his neck.
I'll miss my friend. I don't think I'll ever stop.
Annie really puts it all into her fire and brimstone sermons. Think she would play well in the pictures?
Honestly, she's got some charisma, but not the kind that translates well to the silver screen. She's someone who could, and did, lead people to a bad end. Who knows? Maybe she'll gain some perspective now.
Perspective?
Sometimes we have to suffer a loss to understand what was in front of us all along. Sam died to bring her into our little plot, Gia. I don't think I'll ever forgive myself for that. I can only hope she makes something good out of all this tragedy, but it's difficult. She reminds me of myself, but without the old man to keep me in check, you know?
Annie stands in the distance, looking up into the well as if she's never really seen it. Her face is a blank mask now. I can't fathom what must be going on in her head.
She'll pull through, or she won't, darling. Like all of us.
I should get back. Thanks for the talk, Apollo.
Alright, what else do we have? Well, that's kind of the last thing that we got over this way. A lot of empty space. Okay, well, I guess we can talk to Annie.
Annie, do you think our plan has a little more merit now? Annie turns to face me. She looks at me like I'm something she scraped off the sole of her shoe. After a few uncomfortable seconds, her disgust softens to careful disinterest.
Does it really matter what I think? I pledged my service. Now you want my blessing? Haven't you taken enough from me?
So it's come to this. You're a prisoner of your own people. Maybe you should have sided with us to begin with instead of dealing with whatever comes next. Will your people show you mercy?
I will be taken before whichever betrayers end up in charge to face judgment for. As they will no doubt put it, presuming to know the mind of God. I will not ask for mercy or understanding. What will be, will be.
Bleak.
Realistic. I did what I had to do. Not that they see it that
Did
way.
it her way.
Justice is rarely kind.
That barb isn't lost on me. I should watch my step if she finds her way back up to the top. I've wondered for a while, and I may not get the chance to ask later. What's with the axe?
Is this really the time and place?
Frankly, I'd love to think about something else for a few minutes while the machine's being tested. So, let's hear it. Annie raises her axe with one hand. She inspects the edge critically, looking it over for nicks. The handle is smooth and worn. It's been treated with oil and handled over and over again, like an infielder's favorite mitt. When she finally speaks again, her voice is low and husky with memory. Her eyes never leave the axe.
My parents met their end at the bottom of a bottle. When I took charge of Nation's Crusade, I personally led my people to destroy dens of iniquity throughout the barony. Never again, I told myself, would I allow the easy escape of vice to lead families to ruin. Corruption had to be torn and cut, root and branch. Axes are very good for cutting diseased roots.
There's some irony there, Annie.
One might ask if I'm the right person to hold this tool of justice. One way or another, I will be judged. But I won't be the only one.
Goodbye, Annie. She turns her gaze from me as if I were never there. I wanted to know what's on her mind, but all I learned for sure is that I'm not allowed in.
Mysterious.
As Nellie hovers around making adjustments, Gardner supervises from a respectful distance. Every so often he consults a pocket notebook, usually nodding to himself afterward. Gardner,
Miss Randazzo?
how's your protege holding up? The pressure's on.
I wouldn't be concerned. Look at her. She's in her element, creating an impossible solution to an impossible problem.
You must be very proud.
She's grown so much from that young girl I first met in the uppers. I admit, part of me still wishes it hadn't involved dodging bullets and getting mixed up with nefarious types.
I hope we nefarious types haven't rubbed off on her too much. I'm sure she'll be glad to get back to her research once we're done here. Gardner gives a thin smile in response. Maybe I'd better change the subject. That Annie fought like a lion. I wasn't sure we'd be able to get the amplifier, not up until the end.
I'm sure you don't need my insights in dealing with that one. Just look at her.
Gardner and I watch Annie for a few seconds. Her knuckles are white as polished bone as she clutches the handle of her axe.
I'm well past the age of dealing with such unstable factors. But even I could tell you she's been holding the end of the rope for a long time.
I hope she can hold it together a while longer. She could do a lot of damage if she puts her mind to it, even now.
Quite.
What do you think? Are we ready to go?
As soon as Eleanor has finished double and triple checking her readings, yes. When her conscientious nature allows it, I will be ready.
You almost sound confident.
Aether is my life's work. The very moment she proposed her Aether diffusion device, I knew what I had to do.
Best of luck.
Right. Only one thing left to do.
Nellie is running back and forth with the frantic energy of a twitchy church mouse. I wait and watch as she makes the same checks over and over, 4, 5, 6 times. Can't question the girl's thoroughness. Hey, kid. How's tricks? Nellie's totally absorbed in her science project. I'll have to pry a little harder if I want any kind of real response from her right now.
Guess we'll work down these.
How's it looking, Nellie? Is your thingamajig ready for its big moment?
Oh, Gia, yes, I think so. I'm just performing a few final checks.
You've checked several times already. I've watched. Is another look really necessary?
I don't know. Maybe? But you know what they say, better over-prepared than under. And this time, we really can't afford to be anything less than ready.
What if it doesn't work?
If this doesn't work out as planned, I believe we're in a fine position to gather data for a second attempt that will. The machinery here includes recording devices for measuring frequency modulation, amperage, the works. There may even be a device measuring the nervousness of Italian-blooded smugglers.
Nellie, did you just make a joke?
Forgive me, Gia. I'm as nervous as, oh, I don't know. It's uncharted territory, to be sure. But Alistair and I have been over every inch of Daisy. It has to work. It just has to.
You look a little peaked. Are you sure you're all right?
I'm scared, but this is so exhilarating. It's the culmination of everything we've been working for. It's the end of a long road of betrayal, death, and pain. I'm ready. I hope you are too.
Good answer. Let's light this firecracker and put this whole thing to bed.
Point of no return. You're about to start the final mission of Nation's Crusade. Yeah, I think so. I think we're in good
Is
shape.
this thing ready or what?
We're all set. Stand back. We're powering on now.
All right, Nellie. Hit it. Nellie mans the main panel, while Gardner flits back and forth at the gauges. The two of them dance in perfect rhythm around the machine, to a tune none of us could possibly hear. Readings barked aloud with a perceptible tempo.
Green across the board. All systems are nominal.
Excellent. Beginning transmission sequence in 3, 2...
Boom. Kinda. Nellie takes a deep breath and pulls a large lever with both hands. The machine thrums loudly, faster and higher.
Arcs of purple aether crackle above Daisy, whipping up a vicious wind. I shield my eyes, looking around at my comrades in arms.
Sequence initiated.
Is it working?
Energy is linked. Gravitational flux is stabilizing.
Yes! It's working!
Hold. Graviton production is rising. Something's wrong.
Shut it down!
No, wait. It may stabilize. Give it more power.
No! Shut it down! It's expanding too quickly!
Nellie? What did you do?
Debris, cars, trees, rubble, all go to feed the insatiable, unstoppable hunger of the well. Someone is screaming at the hideous sight, and I realize it's me. My throat is raw, torn from cries of grief.
No! It's impossible! I was so careful!
I'm telling you, it's Gardner. He sabotaged it. Shake a leg, people. We need to get out of here. Move, move, move. I'm aware of people running, tripping, screaming, crying as they run breathlessly to the vehicles, but I can't move a muscle.
The next thing I know, Nellie is at my side, her hand on my shoulder.
Gia, I don't know what went wrong. It should have worked. Do you hear me? It should have worked.
I don't want to see what happens next. I don't want to think about all we've done, all we've sacrificed, everything we've survived, just for it to blow up in our faces. We haven't saved anyone today. We've killed them.
What did you do?
I don't know. Everything checked out. You have to believe me. I swear all of the levels were correct. Professor Gardner and I triple-checked everything.
Looks to me like we haven't done much good. It looks to me like we made things a hell of a lot worse. Like maybe we should have left well enough alone.
Spittle flies from my mouth. I'm shouting and I don't know why. I just need to let it out and Nellie is there, and before I know it, I have her by the shoulders.
What happened? What on earth happened? Why didn't it work?
Nothing. It was all going as planned, and then...
And then what? You forgot a part? You pressed the wrong button? What happened?
I don't know.
I believed in this. Hook, line, and sinker. It's my fault too. I should have known.
You...
Tears spring forth from Nellie's eyes and she rounds on me angrily. Distantly, I know that what we are doing to one another is wrong, but the storm blustering nearby is nothing compared to the rasping of my lungs.
If you think I'm going to stand here and be lectured to by a self-confessed murderer, 8-Shot, you're very much mistaken. Or did you forget that nickname of yours? Why not ask Needles about how you never make mistakes? Or Mr. Blanc? Why not ask Sam? Oh, right! Because they're just another stepping stone for gunslinging, wisecracking Gia Rondazzo.
Eleanor, we have to go. We're out of time.
I numbly watch as Gardner and Nellie brush past me, the fatherly mentor guiding his sobbing charge to the truck that carries their precious, worthless device. As the last of the wind from the device dies down, I look around and see that I am alone, except for one other soul nearby.
It's gonna be Annie.
On her knees before the terrible supremacy of the well's hunger, Annie's face is unreadable. Maybe she can't comprehend how much of this is her fault, how she played games with her people's lives. Not that I'm any better.
Yeah, I don't think there's much else to interact with. It's looking pretty good. Did a good job. Well done, everyone. No notes.
Annie turns slowly. Her eyes are glassy, her pupils huge. I am figuring out what to say next when her face contorts into a mask of pure rage. She leaps to her feet and rushes at me with her axe in hand.
This is your fault!
Let's kill Annie. 8%. 41. 58. Okay, try and bring Annie... Trip Annie and bring her to the ground. Let's go with the most likely one, shall we? Let's go. Wow, smashed it. Absolutely smashed it.
I can't match her rage or her speed. She's not thinking clearly. She charges straight at me with the axe over her head, so I quickly duck left, roll on my hip, and foul up her feet with mine. Annie plummets to the ground face first, but I can tell she didn't feel a thing. I scramble up and into my car, knowing she is only seconds behind.
Come back here!
I speed away from the scene and spy her in my rear view, snarling as she hurls herself into her tank.
Ooh, fight. Fight. She tank? Wait, did she say tank?
Annie's all over the road, face twisted, mouthing Old Testament curses. That tank looks hard to handle. Her repulsors are screaming in protest with every turn. punched through with bursts of gunfire. I swear I see the tank almost tip over, leaning on a single stabilizer as she wrenches herself back onto my tail.
Right, okay, what do we got here? So this is falling hazards, 5 ether damage. That's the same for all of the spots. Okay, so Annie, 85. Okay, 12, 12, 12. So, okay, well her mobs are pretty weak, to be honest. So we'll focus our efforts on Annie, perhaps. Let's make her ether vulnerable. Let's... Those guys. Just kind of... She's got 2. Let's just drop it. So Randazzo. What else has she got? So she's got... Oh, she can't be knocked back. Interesting. She's got projectile resistance. Oh. So I think the Aether resistance and vulnerability will cancel each other out. But she's also got a temporary... Well, I don't know if they stack. They might do. Oops. Alright. So she's immovable. Does that mean I can maybe swap position? Not that this would really help right now. Think. Yeah. And I'll do what I can. Shoot her with this. Let's swap position. Yeah. Okay, she literally can't be swapped with either. Oh, well, at least we found out now. Oh, nice. That hits the ones behind as well. I don't think I knew that. But that's good. Anyway. So just put Geo over there. Right, Luca. Can he not get 15? Oh, that's most of it. Okay, no, he can't get there and attack her. No, just ram her. I don't know if she could be rammed into a different position. I don't think she can, but I'm going to have to hit her anyway, so... Go there and we'll just put the counter ram on.
The Lord will protect us.
Okay. Still, I assume she's still immovable. Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's Chris's turn. Just come here and get this guy a helpful nudge into the death lane. I'm here. Doesn't actually need to heal Luca. I did. got a 5. Is Annie still vulnerable? Let's energize Luca. I guess she. Oh, she's still got 6. Really do a lot with it. Let's just move it back. All right. So if I shoot the car in front, will it shoot? No. Okay. Shoot Annie anyway. Going to go down. Not being able to bump her is it's a massive counter to our main strategies, I will say. I was thinking about using this, but probably want to use as much as possible first. Did it do anything? I don't feel like it did anything. Why didn't it do... Okay. Fine, I suppose. Right, Luca. We'll do that. Why is she not taking damage all of a sudden? She's got Aether immunity. Okay. Fine. Let's taunt Annie. And then I can't... I guess... Oh, she's probably going to move. Okay, what has she got now? She's got... Okay, yeah, so she doesn't have the Aether immunity now. Everyone could do with a bit of a heal. Wow. Ish. Mainly herself. Well, let's give Luca more AP again. I want to make sure we can actually... I'll do this. Let's get something. Not a lot of safe zones. Can I shoot her from here? Probably. Alright, Luca. So he needs 2 to get to a safe spot. Let's put the taunt on Annie. Let's get into that safe spot and then we'll counter. Alright, so what we got? So she's on 18 in terms of her statuses. Yeah, she's not... Okay, so she's not immune to anything right. Chris... Tell you what, just doing a bit of a omnidirectional heal. Sludge... Have we got any status effects that I'd like to get rid of? Okay, so let's... we'll energize Luca again. What do we do, honestly? Let's just move to there. Lose Gia. That because Luca's in the way. Good switch. Nine. I think Luca could probably finish her off. But we could, I don't want to ram actually because we'll take damage. So let's just go over here. And we'll let Luca get the kill. The ram should do it. Maybe just the one. Hi, Annie.
There's a sickening sound of impact, and then silence. Annie's not in my rear view anymore. I pull over, heart racing in my chest like a champion thoroughbred. A rising torrent of smoke is billowing into the air. Annie plows her tank into the front of a church. As I watch, the far half of the building disappears in an enormous fireball. The ammo in Annie's tank igniting. Bits of twisted metal and glass rain down over the pavement. I can't tell if Annie's alive or dead. I'm about to leave the scene, but there could be innocent people in that church. Damn it. I need to have a look. Who knows if or when a pump truck would even get here.
What's this? Stabilized arc lightning generator. It's a heavy weapon. Oh, we leveled up as well. A weaponized lightning generator that can focus Aether into an explosive arc of lightning has been calibrated for maximum electrocution. Damages enemy vehicles in a medium area. 8 AP to use, 5 Aether damage. It seems pretty good. Also got repulsor wave, repulsor booster. I'm okay. This is good though. Let's do that on Luca's car for something. She ain't dead. Will I never?
The church's face has been smashed open by the impact of the crash and explosion. Thank heaven for small miracles. It looks like there weren't any churchgoers inside. Annie's vehicle is a twisted hunk of metal. It should have been a death trap. I'm amazed it's not. Must have been her ammo that went up in a fireball you could see from a mile off. I have to stop and rub my eyes. Surely it's impossible that anyone survived this catastrophe. And yet, Annie stands at the front of the ruined church. A little singed, but in one piece. More or less. Oh, you're still alive. That's great.
Ray.
How about I just sit down here for a minute? You can come cut my head off with your precious axe. Clearly you can't die, so what's the point in fighting? Every inch of fight in me has been spent. I lean against my car. The metal is hot from the engine, but I don't care. I wish I had a cigarette. Then I remember that I quit. Annie shuffles over toward me. Despite my earlier look at her, she's hurt. Probably whiplash. Maybe just coming down from the shock of it. She uses her axe as a cane, then sits on the sidewalk in front of the church, head down.
It all seemed so clear. What I should do. What I did. To guide a lost flock, sometimes you must convince the sheep that there are no wolves. I misled them. But for their own good.
What the hell are you talking about?
Was I so wrong to do divine work? Did I presume too much? How did I fail? I was to be the guardian of my flock. Or was that the sin of pride?
Seems to me that maybe you're alive for a reason. Maybe instead of sitting here on the back of your lap moaning, you should get up and get on your way. Go do something. Why'd you do it? Why did you lie to your own people? Did you think God wanted you to take that red Aether? The woman recoils, seeing in me her every fear and shame reflected back at her.
I can't remember. The people came to me when the previous Baron fled. They sought protection from the evils of the world, but it was too much. I risked everything falling apart.
You got desperate. The Trust reached out and you took whatever deal they offered.
They told me they believed in what I was doing. They said it was a miracle. That I could make a miracle. They would help me make my people believe. All I had to do was believe in myself.
Who were they, Annie? What made you so sure you could believe them?
They said they were a society. Very old, very powerful benefactors. That they'd deliver the city into the future. Was this the future they meant?
I think, unlike the old Dreamland, I can't even remember her name now, Baron, I'm going to encourage Annie to stay and save her people.
A lot of your people are still alive. You need to get them out of Nation's
I don't
Crusade
think she's
before
a bad
the well
person.
swallows everything. Go save them, even if they don't believe anymore.
I did everything right. I protected them. I saved them. And all I did was bring ruin. I am bound for hell for what I've done here.
It's the moment a raging star goes supernova. Billions of years lighting the heavens and suddenly realizing that its fire wasn't going to reach eternity's end. No big speeches, Annie. Not even for your guilt. If you ever truly cared for your people, then show them now. You can still get some of them out.
You, of all people, to give me counsel. God help us, we're going to need it.
A few moments later, Annie flags down a Nation's Crusade truck. Before she leaves the scene, I can hear her voice ringing out, directing the evacuation. More of her people will survive this day, thanks to her.
A familiar vehicle pulls up to a stop in front of me.
Gia, glad you're okay. We're covering the evacuation. You need to find Nellie. The well is out of control.
I'm not sure Nellie will listen to what I have to say.
Damn it. We need to get her back or it's all about to come tumbling down. You're a professional, aren't you? Never leave a job half done.
The underground car wheels around and into the distance, no doubt looking for more refugees. He's right. I need to finish the job. I don't know what to say when I find Nellie, but at least I know where to look. If I know her, she's on her way back to the hold to figure out what went wrong. That means I'll find her at the lab. I stagger into my car, weary down to my very bones, and speed off, hoping for a miracle.
Okay.
I'm a shade standing at the end of the world. While the ferry completes its final drop-offs, visions of islands caving in on themselves play through my mind's eye like a film reel on loop. I distract myself, wandering the walls and cabins in search of the girl who tore the barony apart. Instead, I find Benny, sitting on the catwalk, shoes dangling over the abyss. He nearly bonks his head on the railing when I walk up.
Jiminy crickets, lady! Anyone ever tell you not to sneak up on a fella in thought?
Have you seen Nellie or Gardner?
Nah, not since the whole Nation's Crusade fiasco.
I swallow down a lump of scalding disappointment and make to continue the search.
Hey, Gia, can we talk? Off the record. I need to consult with somebody about this story.
Go on then, Benny.
Benny's fidgeting with his fingers like a lightning bolt in search of an aether rod. For once, the smartass who pretended to be years older looks his proper age. I take a seat beside him. He shuffles, leaving room for my feet to dangle over the gloom with his.
So, this story. The Underground hired me to be their bullhorn. I get my scoop, the people get the truth, the Underground gets PR. Not a bad deal. The towers, that frocked fraud, a secret dance hall, kid stuff. Everything after? It's important, but I don't know how to write about it. There's no bread big enough to sandwich it.
It's written across Benny's face as cleanly as one of his articles. The Civil War, Sam's final sacrifice, Nation's Crusade crumbling. It'd be a lot for anyone, let alone a kid.
I ruffle my hand through his hair. Though he lets out a token whine, he doesn't pull away. We sit there a minute, us and our thoughts. Look, Benny, sometimes there's no silver lining.
Yeah, we won a war and toppled a baron. But even that don't feel good. Why'd you talk Annie into staying, anyway?
Annie was looking for a way to make things right. All I did was point her where to do it.
You really think she'll follow through?
I don't know. But I'd like to believe it wasn't only snake oil she was preaching. Benny nods along, doubtlessly jotting my answer in some cluttered corner of that busy head.
About what happened. I thought Nellie had it.
Not now. All I want to do is find Nellie and figure out how we're fixing this.
Ferry lands, rocking our legs. I help Benny up and we head to the pier. I scan the remaining off-boarding faces. My heart sinks when a certain blonde's not among them.
Mr. Throg, seen Nellie around?
No, ma'am. Not since she and Mr. Gardner went to Nation's Crusade.
She could still be okay, right? It was a madhouse at the end. The Underground was herding people onto every available ship. Maybe she caught another ride?
Maybe. I'll check the lab. Let me know if you hear anything.
Oh yeah. Yay. So, let's track the quest, I guess. But I want to do the leveling up first, so let's take a look at Chris. This might be the last one that she gets. Why is this one lit up? Yeah, I mean, okay. We'll put another point into camera shoot. Let's have a look at Gia. I guess we'll put into strategy. So I might even get a chance. I mean, we're nearly at the next level. Might even get a chance to get 2 switcheroos in a turn. It should be quite nice. Luca. Who's got that? That was the last thing we did, I think. This is probably the last thing he gets. Maybe, maybe not. We might get another perk. So do I want... Yeah, probably the passive regen if we get it. I want to just repair Cress's vehicle first. Oh, and fit our new gun.
Where's Cress? Is she holed up somewhere else?
Fine. Luca's car. So I could change. Okay, so this is. He's got the plasma cannon. Hang on, let me. So this costs more, but does the same damage. But it's a lot. It's a more bigger range, larger AOE. I'm wondering if I use the repulsor. Because I mean, it's good, but you know, having a big laser, I think would be good too. So I'm going to go with that. There we go. Oh, he's overweight now. Maybe I'll put on the medium armor instead. So he's lost a couple of HP. But that's not too bad. Not too bad. He's actually got a couple of things left in weight. Don't have anything else stored. Alright, we'll leave it there for now. Let's just anything in my stash up there? Let's come out of this. Quite like to do a bit of shopping. Might be our last chance. No, they're worthless. I could always scrap those at Cress's place. I don't know. We can sell this safely. Yeah, I'm okay. Sell that. Sell that if we need to, but what else have we got here? They're the same. I think it's the same stuff. I think. So I'm just scanning the items. I don't think there's anything else that I actually want. So it won't sell those. I guess we'll keep this for now. Come out of there. I don't need to scrap the stuff that isn't worth any money, to be fair.
Apollo's gone. Must still be evacuating Nation's Crusade.
So we'll chat with our team.
Cress? What are you doing here?
You mean, why aren't I banging away on some rusty bucket of bolts?
The radio beeps, followed by urgent voices crying for help from some distant corner of the city. Cress holds up a hand and I wait for her to finish.
I'm busy. Someone needs to hold down the fort while Apollo's gone. Until then, tune-ups are on hold.
Cress, are you okay? The hard shell Cress shows to the world looks cracked, exposing the weary heart underneath.
Sam's dead. Nation's Crusade's Aether lost one of the few baronies friendly to them. And I'm stuck here, waiting, hoping the well doesn't take Apollo out too. So yeah, how do you think I'm feeling?
Look,
Chipper.
If you need to step away from the radio for a bit...
I can handle it. I can't fix everything, but I can keep our people organized.
The calls continue to pour in. With every tense muscle across her body, I'm reminded Nation's Crusade hadn't been just another barony to Cress. Do you think I made the right call?
Yeah, you did. Under all that fire and brimstone, she's still a bleeding heart. You just reminded her it was there. And without a barony to turn over, maybe she can go back to her roots.
Let's hope it sticks. Have you seen Nellie?
Don't talk to me about your ray of sunshine.
Look, Cress, I'm not entirely happy with her either. But Apollo told me to find her. If we want any chance of fixing the well, we need her.
You mean the well she made worse? Her device destroyed Nation's Crusade. Sam gave his life to get her access to those towers. And that priss couldn't even be bothered to stay and help?
I could have argued in Nellie's defense, but the impulse lies as still as a fallen Aether.
Giovanna, see you soon, darling.
Maluka.
Need something?
Nope.
Take care.
We had a chat with Benny already.
What's the
didn't we?
word? Catch you.
Alright. That's about it for here. I mean, yeah, we will check the lab, obviously. Let's go in the root cellar, though. Probably aren't going to
The
say
quiet
anything
of the
different
root
here.
cellar's disturbed
I
by
mean, they
a
might.
Regiment on a mission. While the other occupants are deep in their cups, Luke is shoving what few meager comforts he has into a sack. What the hell's this?
Folks over at Nation's Crusade still need help. I'm heading over to give them a hand.
So what, you're skipping out? What about the well? Did you forget where it's heading next? Luca rounds on me, jaw popping like a whistling engine.
I haven't forgotten a thing, miss. That damn hurricane's overdue for a repair job. It doesn't mean I'll lie down while people are dying. Once Mr. Throg gives the go-ahead, I'm going. Don't worry. I'll be back.
You keep stomping around like that, you're going to put a hole through Thomas's floor.
Better than putting a fist through a wall.
The engine starts to slow down, though. He slumps heavy against a chair.
I hate waiting. Find that the longer you leave things, the worse they get. And every minute, someone else is losing their family or friend.
Look, I get it. But Apollo and his people aren't sitting on their hands either.
Golden Boy's short his right hand. You don't bounce back from that quick.
About what happened with Annie.
She hurt a lot of people. Pitching in now doesn't change that, but it's a start.
Surprised you're willing to cut her slack.
Mom would never put her neck on the line for someone else. If Annie's willing to get her hands dirty for her brothers and sisters, she can learn to do right by them. If not, we'll sort her out.
Have you seen Nellie?
Nah, I can keep an eye out. How badly do you want to find her?
Don't have a choice. Apollo told me to. We're not fixing the well without her. Luca grunts, as moved as a train with tar greasing his wheels.
I don't got her book smarts. Wouldn't know what went wrong with her machine, so I won't fault her for that. But she didn't stick around when things went to hell either.
I bet she's been kidnapped.
Sophie's playing solo. Stacks of cards neatly lined up in front of her, like she's at her table at Pandemonium.
Giovanna, if you have time to stare, you have time to sit.
No thanks. I don't have time for cards.
Excellent, because I wasn't inviting you to play. Goodness, girl. When was the last time you took a moment for yourself?
Is that what you're doing? While the well's tearing everything?
Yes. Think of this as clearing the muck. Before things go from bad to worse.
You're surprisingly calm.
Am I?
You're sitting with a drink and your cards out like it's just another day. Sophie doesn't look at me until she's finished stacking her hand.
Tell me, do you know what Marn prepared me for as her heir?
Aside from party planning and shaking down saps for their pennies?
Cute. It was for moments like these. Wars can start, islands can fall, and jobs can go very wrong. But a Baron must always show her best. We have to set an example after all.
I'm not looking for a role model. I want to know how you're doing.
I'm as well as can be expected, I suppose. I was just thinking about how much I miss Sam. He was always good at keeping things in perspective.
You used to be the one in line to inherit Dreamland. If the well had gone off there instead, you could have been the one deciding whether to stay or run.
Well, I can't say I have much love for Annie. Dreamland's never gotten along with those sanctimonious teetotalers. But I do pity the poor thing.
Pity?
Yes. She became Baron at a young age, with all the power, expectations, and fawning sycophants that come with it. It's a wonder you were able to get through to her.
Have you seen Nellie?
I'm afraid not, darling. Have you considered she's gone off elsewhere? If she got on a ferry at all.
I sure hope she did. Nation's crusade was falling beneath our feet. No one in their right mind would stick around for a long drop and the short stop.
Alright, it's time to head to the lab, I think.
I know something's wrong the moment I walk through the door. Nellie's little lab away from home usually smells of Bunsen burner coffee, ozone, and chalk. Neither that or the scientist are there to greet me. The lab hasn't been empty for long, but it already feels like a checked-out room. Another link in the chain of things Nellie's run out on.
Anything in the chest for me? Oh. Another one of these. Do I need another one? I've only got one vehicle that's capable of... Well, one vehicle we're using with a team member. Capable of using it, but I'll grab it anyway. Why not?
Maybe I should have let Nellie and Gardner sail away on that ferry back to the Heights. At least this would have been Olympus Park's mess to clean up.
Taking the cat as well.
The half-full jar of sweets is unguarded. My stomach churns without appetite. All this time spent trying to build something to save the lowers, just to have it torpedo us.
There's nothing else, is there? Well.
I cross the lab off my list of hiding spots and, reluctantly, cross off the hole, too. If Nellie was anywhere on this island, she'd be here. Damn it. What the hell am I going to do?
Maybe reach out to contacts? Mr. Blanc might have been the best, but he's not the only stem on the grapevine. Tiana's got a fleet of fencers on call. The Underground's got their network, and Needles usually has an ear on smuggling.
A memory cuts my train of thought down to the quick.
I believed in this, hook, line, and sinker. It's my fault too. I should have known.
Why not ask Needles about how you never make mistakes? Or Mr. Blanc? Why not ask Sam? Oh, right. Because they're just another stepping stone for gunslinging, wisecracking Giarondazzo. You're pathetic.
Nation's Crusade, then? Trail's not cold yet. The Underground's running evacuations. If anyone knows where Nellie and Gardner could have gone, it's them.
Nellie, you run off half-cocked and you're going to wind up vaporized. I can't let you do this when we're so close with Annie. I got her to Annie. And look what happened. Who said I need to chase the kid down? Nellie always comes back eventually. Unless... could Nellie have run back to the Heights?
People like us don't change the world, Rondazzo. We survive it. Be a shame you had to die because you didn't learn when to walk.
I'm ramming into walls. Every thought crashes into a bitter reminder, making me ache dearly for a taste of tobacco and a week-long sleep. I haven't felt this way since Valentine, and I have even less time to feel sorry for myself. I need to clear my head. Like Zio used to tell me, we do what we can, and when we can't anymore, we win, Skip. Mr. Throg, I need a ride.
There's a storm, Miss Randazzo. Already told Mr. Mozzie. Ferry's closed until there's a lull.
Not looking to go far. I want to head to White Street. Edge of the barony. Won't be long. The old man looks at me, concern trickling into those aged, seasoned eyes like water drops over granite.
I wouldn't recommend it.
I'll risk it.
All aboard, but no detours.
Mr. Throg takes us the long way around, bypassing the Whitecaps' civil war and the gravity storm. I walk the rest of the way. A cool breeze carries me back to that day we found Chimera. I told Nellie she couldn't carry the world on her shoulders. You don't survive by stopping for every sob story. When did I forget that?
Okay, well, I think we'll leave it here for this time. Things look a little bit different than they did the last time we were here, but yeah, I feel like we're heading into the end game now. I don't know exactly where it's going to go or what's going to happen. I have no idea what the story's going to take us. But I'm looking forward to finding out, and hopefully you are as well, and hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. And if you have, if you could hit the like button, that'd be awesome. Please do leave a comment as well. Let me know your thoughts on the various events that we saw here today, including the really bad experiment that we did that seems to have destroyed the city, probably. You know, did we do the right thing with Annie, kind of letting her redeem herself, still in her barony? Yeah, let me know your thoughts anyway. And a big thank you, big shout out to our channel members as well, as always, for supporting Boring Dad Gaming. It's hugely appreciated. And if anyone else is interested in checking out memberships and getting earlier access to my videos, that would be awesome. But thanks very much anyway, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye for now.